Figure skater Elena Kostornaia took part in the show at the Jewelry Fashion Week in Moscow. At the Eteri Fashion Week show, the European champion appeared in a red dress from the Harley Quinn demonstration program. Elena Kostornaia spoke honestly about her work in the Eteri Tutberidze group. Eteri Tutberidze is called the Snow Queen. I remember when she went out on the ice, she looked around so that it became really dumb. The first 2 years at Kostornaia, when she appeared, I clung to the board. I was afraid to do something wrong. Her stern look, posture, and I just help. Eteri Tutberidze is the extraction of results by any means, because the conveyor. This one is broken, the next one is coming. I'm not saying it's bad. They have such methods of work, they all have their own. Someone leads one athlete from the age of 15 to 30, and someone from 15 to 18. But, as practice shows, over 19 years old is no longer just about sports. Everyone has a different age range of work. With Eteri in the season when I came back after Evgeny Plashenko, we had a lot of conversations. They had a dialogue with me, which at first I was very surprised. In general, yes, probably, Eteri knows me the most. We talk a lot on various topics. I will not be specific. I was surprised by this because it had never happened before. But it was only in the off-season. In the competitive season everything stopped abruptly. Laughs. I understand that competitions are a group of 15 people and you can't talk to everyone. Because of this, contact was slightly lost and everything went crumpled. Elena Kostornaia spoke about whether it is worth holding fashion shows in figure skating. For example, to present costumes before test skates. No. It is possible at the end of the season, to make some kind of show with the brightest costumes. I think Madison Chalk would always win. It would be possible to arrange such an interesting event, but not before the start of the season. Now everything has gone to a bigger level. Previously, at the rentals, everyone skated in training and without cameras. It was generally impossible to shoot, breathe, smiles. Now everything is being broadcast and, of course, all the forces are spent on these rentals, sometimes even more than on the competition, said Kostornaia. It is important for me that everything is harmonious, that the dress does not break out, that the music does not shout over the athlete, that everything is matched perfectly and works for the audience. Kostornaia choreographer Alexei Zheleznikov reacted to the words of the 2020 European champion Elena Kostornaia, who called the work in the Eteri Tutberidze group a conveyor belt. Perhaps Elena harbored some kind of grudge against the coaching staff. But you have only yourself to blame. Those girls who wanted to achieve high results did it, they achieved it. Big sport is not about kissing and hugging, but about hard work. If a person could not find himself and withstand this burden of big sport, then you should not look for the guilty, you need to think about yourself. And spitting into the well from which you once drank is, to put it mildly, ugly. Zhenya Medvedeva, Anya Shcherbakova, Kamila Valieva, Alina Zagitova and the rising new generation are girls who are heard by the whole world. They perform in shows, earn money, have advertising contracts and so on. Elena could have achieved all this. She is very talented, I have always emphasized this. But, unfortunately, we have learned to look for the problem in others, and not in ourselves. When Elena grows up and if she starts coaching herself, she will understand what a responsibility it is and what it is. Every child, every teenager needs to be pleased, to decide something, to put on a program. They may be offended if it seems to them that you do not pay enough attention to them. Elena will understand this only when she starts to train herself. Alexander Julin. When Kostornaia won the European Championship, she didn't give any interviews. Then everything suited her. And when the career went down the drain, impartial comments and interviews immediately appeared. I think Eteri will somehow survive all these comments. Fans also criticize the skater in the comments. Everything that has been developed in Kostornaia is used images, costumes, programs, relationships with Eteri. Only this is in demand from Kostornaia. No programs and images from Plashenko and Bayanova. By the way, Sailor Moon also exploited Medvedeva mercilessly, and I didn't come up with anything.